Factors and multiples. Throughout today's lesson, you will be able to determine the difference between factors and multiples. What is a factor? A factor is a number that when multiplied by another number results to a product. It's a number that can divide a given number without a remainder. Now I know these are a lot of words, but I will definitely be showing you examples in a few minutes. This is an example of a factor. Factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 6. Did you know that 1 is the smallest factor of all numbers? A factor pair is a set of two numbers that result to a product of a specific number. For example, 3 and 4 are a factor pair of 12 because 3 times 4 equals 12. Something I like to do when I'm discovering factors for a number is to create a factor rainbow. So if you're asked to find the factors of 12, you can create a rainbow to determine what these factors are. Our outside part of our rainbow, the pink arch, shows me that if I multiply 1 times 12, I get 12. The middle arch, the blue one, shows me 2 multiplied by 6 gives me 12, making 2 and 6 factors of 12. And lastly, we have 3 and 4. Those are my last two factors of 12, and they're pretty close to each other on the number line, so I can't continue to go any further. Now let's discuss multiples. A multiple is a product of a given number and any whole number. The smallest multiple of a number is actually the number itself. Let's take a look at what I mean. Multiples of 3 include 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. This should sound pretty familiar because we're just skip counting. Finding multiples of a number are pretty easy. The relationship between factors and multiples. Well, for example, if you're multiplying 4 by 5, it results in 20. So 4 and 5 are factors of 20, whereas 20 is a multiple of both 4 and 5. Let's do some practice. Can we find all the factors of 45? I challenge you to pause the video and create a factor rainbow for 45. Hopefully your rainbow might have looked a little something like this. The factors of 45. We always start with 45, or the number itself, and 1. That's the outside arch of our rainbow. Then we're going to move inward. I usually like to start over on this side, and I think to myself, can 2 be multiplied by anything to get me to 45? And the answer is no. So that's why I moved on to the number 3. The number 3 can be multiplied by 15 to get 45. Then I continued on and I realized that 4 cannot be multiplied by anything to get 45 either. So I ended up with 5. And 5 I would multiply by 9. Now the numbers in between 5 and 9 are 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, and 8 are not factors of 45 because there's nothing else I can multiply those numbers by to get a product of 45. So my only factors of 45 are 1, 3, 5, 9, 15, and 45 itself. Can you find all the multiples of 10? Remember, multiples means we're just skip counting. The multiples of 10 include 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and so on. Multiple lists can go on and on and on. Great job, and I hope you have a little bit more of an easy time determining the difference between factors and multiples, and feel free to check back at this video anytime.